Hello, everyone. I am Martin Zhao from Lan, China. Today, I will introduce you a new open source project for viewing Jupyter Notebook. Nowadays, Jupyter Notebook is widely used in AI field, and we are developing a machine learning platform. Our platform provides computing resources to users and allow users to create isolated Jupyter Notebook instance to do model training work and so on. As you know, Jupyter Notebook files will be saved to a JSON format file with the extension ipynb. In our platform, ipynb file could be persisted to Amazon S3 or S3 compatible storage. And now we need a smart tool to share notebook among users or groups. Somebody may ask, why not using JupyterLab or Jupyter Hub directly? We just want to share and view notebook. We don't need to run the cells of notebook. For us, they are too heavy and have too many trivial functions. And we need to customize the UI to make it consistent with our platform style. They are not easy to integrate with our platform. Need to modify the source code. To stop reinvent the wheel, why not using an open source project? Certainly we tried, but we encountered various problems. Commuter is a commonly used tool for viewing Jupyter Notebook, but it's a little bit heavy, and we want to add reverse proxy for it. But we found we can't set content paths for it even. We tried to change its source code, but we found it's a difficult thing. Nbviewer is the official tool of Jupyter Notebook. To view Jupyter Notebook, but we found it use Git as notebook storage. But we need to read notebook from S3 storage, and customizing Nbviewer is a not easy thing. After many attempts, we didn't find a suitable one. So we decided to do it ourselves. The first thing to do is technology selection. Our most fundamental requirement is to render ipynb to generate HTML page. nbconvert is the official tool used by Jupyter to render ipynb. nbconvert is written in Python. Flask is more popular web framework for Python. So Flask and nbconvert are our first choice, since we need to read ipynb files from S3. So we need a S3 SDK. Boto3 is a good choice. 2 weeks of development by 2 people. A new Jupyter Notebook viewer was born. How to use the new Jupyter Notebook viewer? Firstly, modify the config file. You can see it supports 2 kinds of storage, S3 and our local disk. You can change the type as needed. If you choose local, just add your local directory here. If you choose S3, only need to configure S3 endpoint, access key, secret key, and bucket name here. And then run the command python app.py to start the application. And the integration is very easy. You can change the root path here. And if you want to add a proxy for Jupyter Notebook viewer, you can pass the access key, secret key, and bucket name through HTTP request headers. Its performance is good. Those who are familiar with HTTP should know eTag and last modified. They are the cache header. To take advantage of browser cache, we apply eTag and last modified to S3 and local disk file. When content is not changed, we will send HTTP status code 304 and no content to avoid re-rendering the notebook and reduce the network overhead. Fortunately, the S3 SDK supports eTag and last modified, and the local file system can also get the modification time of local file. Jupyter Notebook Viewer has these features. Firstly, it provides S3 and local disk two kinds of storage, and will be more in the future. In addition to rendering ipynb, also can render image and markdown. Next, I will show you a small demo. You can see this is a computer file. For this demo, I select local type. This is the file, my files folder. And I configure it here. And then I start my application. And this is a Jupyter Notebook viewer page. You can see it lists all the file according to fault structure and allow sorting by click array column. And click the file name, you will see the file detail. This part is the notebook size. And you can click the hide and show code button to display or hide the notebook, the source code of notebook. And we display TOC of notebook here. And allow configure the TOC like this. In addition to rendering the ipynb, it can also render the image and markdown. Click the download button will download the file, source file. And click this button will copy the file URL to clipboard. Okay. Why we release to open source? All the components we are used are open source, and we want to contribute to the open source community. We think others will have the same needs, so we decide to open it to open source. About naming is difficult, especially we want to make a company-level open source project. All the names below are rejected by our trademark review team. But it has been temporarily released to GitHub. You can access the source code repository through the following link. And we have already submitted the new alternative names, and I think it will be officially open soon. Here, thanks to all the friends who help us to open source. Thank you very much. Thank you for your listening and watching. Hope it's helpful to you. And welcome contribute to us. Make the Jupyter Notebook Viewer better. Thank you.